Good morning, good morning. Welcome, welcome. My name is Angela Lang, and I'll be your MC for today. It is a pleasure to see you all here, and we are going to talk today about how one of the most powerful platforms in the world, sports, can drive lasting change. Today's conference, Sports as a Force for Sustainability, brings together leaders across sports, cities, infrastructure, and community to answer a big question. How do we take global moments like FIFA World Cup and turn them into long-term impact? As we look ahead to World Cup and beyond, North Texas isn't just preparing to host the world, we are shaping what the future can look like. Throughout today, we are going to explore how sports influence culture, how cities prepare for global events, and how sustainability becomes not just a goal, but an operational reality. You'll hear from global leaders, athletes, and decision makers who are building systems that will last far beyond a single tournament. It is now my pleasure to welcome someone who is leading the effort, helping to lead the effort here in North Texas. Please join me in welcoming the Chief Marketing Officer for the North Texas FIFA World Cup Organizing Committee, Noel Laveau.
Okay, if you're looking at your digital program, you're going to figure out that I'm not Monica Paul. But I'm really happy to be here with you this morning and to welcome you to EarthX 2026. It's an honor to be here with a room of people who don't just believe in sustainability, but who are actively building it, advancing it, and in many cases, fighting for it. So I'm proud to stand in front of you today on behalf of Monica Paul, who leads both the Dallas Sports Commission as well as the North Texas FIFA World Cup Organizing Committee, and in my role as the Chief Marketing Officer for the committee. But more importantly, I'm here as someone who believes deeply in the power of moments and movements to change behavior at scale. And that's really what we're talking about today. Because sustainability is not just a policy issue, it's not just a corporate responsibility line item, it's not even just a scientific or environmental imperative. It is really about a behavioral challenge. And few forces on Earth influence behavior, human behavior, quite like sports. Think about it. Sports brings people together across cultures, languages, and ideologies. They shape identities, they drive emotional connection, they create rituals. They influence what people wear, what they eat, how they travel, and even how they think about their role and place in the world. If sustainability is about shifting behavior at scale, then sports, especially major global sporting events, are one of the most powerful platforms we have. Not someday, but right now. Major sporting events are in many ways living laboratories for sustainability. They are temporary cities. They are massive logistical operations. They are global media platforms. And they are high-pressure environments where innovation has to move from idea to execution fast. When you host an event that brings millions of people together, you are forced to confront some of the biggest sustainability challenges head-on. Energy consumption, transportation systems, waste management, water usage, food sourcing, infrastructure impact. But here's the opportunity, because it's a massive one. When you solve those challenges in the context of sports, you don't just solve them for the event. You create models, you build infrastructure, you shift expectations, and you leave behind systems that communities can use long after the final whistle. That's the legacy opportunity of sports and sustainability. And we're seeing it happen. We've seen stadiums become testing grounds for renewable energy. We've seen zero waste initiatives scale from pilot programs to global standards. We've seen fans, millions of them, engage with sustainability messaging in ways that actually change behavior. Not because they were told to, but because they experienced it, because it was embedded in the event itself. And that's the actual shift. Sustainability works best when it's not an add-on, but when it's designed into the experience from the beginning. Now let's bring this a little bit closer to home, because in just a few short weeks, not to panic the team, North Texas will take center stage as one of the host regions for the FIFA World Cup 2026. And this is not just another event. This is the largest sporting event in the world. 3 countries, 16 host cities, 48 teams, billions of fans, 104 matches, 9 right here in North Texas, more than any other host city. And here in North Texas, we have both an extraordinary responsibility and an extraordinary opportunity to lead. FIFA has made sustainability a central pillar of the 2026 World Cup strategy. That includes ambitious goals around climate impact, circular economy practices, human rights, and community engagement. But what makes this moment especially important is how these global goals are being translated into local action. Because sustainability doesn't happen at the global level alone. It happens city by city, venue by venue, decision by decision. In North Texas, under the leadership of Meghna Tade, our Chief Sustainability Officer for the Organizing Committee, we are focused on embedding sustainability across every aspect of the tournament experience. Transportation is a major area of focus. How do we move hundreds of thousands of people efficiently while reducing emissions? How do we leverage public transit, optimize routing, and encourage alternative mobility options? These aren't theoretical questions, they're operational ones. And the answers will influence how our region thinks about transportation long after 2026. Energy is another key area. How do we power events at scale more responsibly? How do we reduce consumption without compromising the fan experience? Then there's waste. Most major events historically generate massive amounts of waste, but they don't have to. We're working towards strategies that prioritize reduction first, then reuse, then recycling, while engaging fans directly in the process. Because again, this is about behavior. Food and beverage is another opportunity. Local sourcing, reducing single-use plastics, offering more sustainable menu options. These decisions matter, not just for the event, but for the broader ecosystem of vendors and suppliers. And then, of course, there's communications, where my team spends a lot of time. Because one of the most powerful things we can do is not just implement sustainable practices, but to make them visible, tell the story, invite participation, make sustainability part of the fan journey. If we do that well, we don't just host a sustainable event. We inspire millions of people to carry those behaviors into their everyday lives. And that's the multiplier effect. That's why this work matters so much. But let me be clear about something. Hosting a major event does not automatically make a city or an organization sustainable. It creates the opportunity. What we do with that opportunity, that's what defines the outcome. And that's where all of us come in. Because the work happening at EarthX, the ideas, the innovations, the partnerships, this is what fuels progress. Sports organizations cannot do this alone. Cities cannot do this alone. Sponsors, nonprofits, community leaders, technology partners, we need all of it and everyone. And we need alignment. We need shared goals, measurable outcomes, and accountability. But we also need creativity, because some of the biggest breakthroughs in sustainability are not coming from incremental improvements. They're coming from rethinking systems entirely, rethinking how we design events, rethinking how we engage fans, rethinking how we measure success. What if success wasn't just attendance or revenue, but also impact? What if every major sporting event left behind a measurable environment and societal benefit? What if sustainability wasn't a side initiative, but a core KPI? We're not fully there yet, but we're closer than we've ever been. And the World Cup gives us a platform to accelerate that progress. So here's the challenge I want to leave you with today. As you listen to the experts over the next few days, as you share ideas, as you explore partnerships, don't think about sustainability as something that fits within your existing model. Ask how your model needs to change. Don't ask what we can do that's easy. Ask what will actually move the needle. Don't settle for pilot programs that stay pilots. Push for solutions that scale. And most importantly, think beyond the event. Because the true measure of success is not what happens during those 90 minutes on the field. It's what happens in the months, years, and decades after. It's the infrastructure that remains. It's the behaviors that stick. It's the standards that rise. That's the legacy we're building toward. And it's a legacy we have the chance and the responsibility to get right. The world is watching, but more importantly, the next generation is watching. They're paying attention to how we show up in moments like this, what we prioritize, what we invest in, what we choose to change. So let's give them something worth building on. Let's use the power of sport, not just to entertain, but to transform. Let's make sustainability not just part of the conversation, but part of the culture. And let's ensure that when the final whistle blows on July 19th of 2026, we can say, not just that we hosted a great event, but that we moved the world forward. Thank you. I hope you enjoy the day.